Welcome back, guys. I know it's a little bit late in the afternoon, but again, things are very hectic for me here. Christmas is around the corner. I'm looking after two family members. I've just had to take a load of stuff to the storage unit. The kids are in temporary, we're paying for private tuition till the start of school. I've got my daughter starting school, we think Monday. I've now got to go back to Spain to sign over the house to somebody next week. Christmas is around the corner and I am short on time. So really just wanted to touch base on a few of these trades. This one came off lovely. Well, it's not hit targets yet, but as you can see, the double bottom played out beautifully, just 40 pips of risk for 170 potential. Now, what concerns me here is if we put a structure level in at the top, okay, what we did not do is violate this level, but we did move higher, pull back, and here we physically made a new high. Okay, so we haven't violated this high, but we have made a new high here. But what then happened is this is the outside return, and you can see because of that big wick just there, we've held structure and we're kind of trading within this zone. Okay, so in this situation, you can first of all move to break even and protect your position. However, I am not going to do that because I've had a higher close here, even though it's not above this level. I was up 80 odd pips here, I'm now only up 29. Second of all, don't forget we have this big daily high and tight flag. These have up to an 80% chance of going on to hit targets. And I'm very happy just to risk my 40 pips for this 170 pips. One thing to pay attention to, it's very early to say, but look at the wicks that we're putting in down here, which just so happen to come into the top of the structure level. And if it's still valid for you, means it's a 2618 trade, and this is happening at the 143 psychological number. So there's lots and lots of things in play here that's saying that we could hold this level. We don't have any RSI confirmation on the 60, unfortunately. I am just going to drop down to the 15 now and take a quick ganders. Here on the 15, guys, what do you see? I'm seeing a double bottom. What else do we see? RSI confirmation, overbought with divergence. So I am quite happy to still risk the 40 pips for this 170. Okay, very high probability of going up onto win, but obviously we didn't get that high that we really wanted. A couple of other things. New Zealand CAD. This is the flag pattern I told everybody about. If you're in this, well done. What we did is we broke out the channel. There's your confirmation. We're going to go higher, guys. What did we do? A straight pull back into the trendline structure. Boom, another high. And now we're going higher again. So this is worth 100 pips if we get on up there. There's still more to go, guys. I'm rushing a little bit because I have an appointment. I did talk about this trade. This was for me a valid low and tight trade, though the risk to reward wasn't quite good enough. I did post this in the chat. So low and tight flag, we're in trend, moving directionally, but what actually happened is we never quite hit that 127. You can see, well, we did actually, we came 1 pip away from it, but I didn't take the trade because the reward to risk was no good. But if I was in it, I would have front run and that would have been a winner for 20 pips, but I was not in it. But it's nice to see that the rules for these trades are still there. Just as a quick one, ooh, you may have a flag pattern here, guys. Moving directionally with directional movement, we see breakout patterns. They include flags, and I don't think this is going to be one I'm going to be too happy with. You know what, guys? You know what? It could be valid. Let's see. One. Nope. Arrow's the wrong way. Apologies again, guys, if I'm rushing. I have 38 minutes to get to the solicitor. But I thought I'd just throw this out here. 1, 2, 3. We did not make a 4th touch, so invalid unless we come up to this zone and get another entry here for a short for a flag pattern. Doesn't end there, guys. Does not end there. Aussie dollar, I talked about this on the last quick hits review video. It is now hit for 64 pips. I have banked 64 pips, and I'm going to prove to you I did that, because I don't think I showed you that I was actually in a position. But what I'm going to do now is show you that I was in a position. If you can see this, I'm going to click on it and zoom in. I took a screenshot. As you can see here, got involved with this flag, something like a 2.5 to 1 risk to reward, and there is the outcome of it. So I'll be adding that to the trade log list, guys. What a turnaround in the last 6 to 8 weeks in my trading from a lot of you know. And if I'm completely honest and open, a lot of people left as a result of, we had around 3 weeks of phenomenal trading. And then from there, it just, with Brexit and Trump, I just was on the wrong side every single time of the pound. And about 1,200 pips I was just stopped out for every single time. That cannot be helped. That was my biggest drawdown ever. I am well out of that, and I'm going to continue to talk about that in just a moment. What else do we have? Let me go back to other things. Nope, we don't want that. Still working for the laptop, as you can see, guys, so you're probably going to get intermittent cutting out here. You've got a double bottom there on the dollar CAD with divergence, so you've got a long opportunity. I would personally now wait for 26.18. What was that? 26 pips up. Okay, so we're still holding the pound yen. I may be stopped out for 40 pips here. I don't know. I'm going to hold the trade. Euro Aussie, nothing. Euro yen, nothing, nothing, nothing. Oh, that's interesting. Just let me go to the 240. Do we have a big triangle here? Wow. Okay. Look at this, guys. Let me just go to the dailies. I didn't spot this. This is the dollar yen. Okay, 240. This may be something I'm going to get involved with if it's valid for you. Directional move. Second of all, what are we doing, guys? We are adhering to trend line structure. 1, 2, damn it. Pardon my French. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at where we're up, guys. We're back up at that level. Did we reach structure lows, which is the closes of the candles? No, we did not. That means there is room to the downside, and you could get a very nice entry here, guys. Let's have a look. 127. That 127. It does breach these two, but we do have this lower structure level just down here. So it does not happen at a psychological number. What's the reward on this trade? 51 pips. I'm going to drop down one time frame and see, did it put in anything like a triple top? No, but look at what we did down here, a little double bottom, and that double bottom has now reached the highs of this structure level. So quite simply, we're going to be looking for a lower low, lower close candle. We may get it on this hourly candle, guys, and if we do, I'm going to have my stops in a safe position, probably up in this zone. Unless I get a double top up here or a head and shoulders. I'm just going to drop down to the 15, see if there's a head and shoulders here. There is a little double bottom there, double top there, guys, which is now confirmed. You could use that as the entry and a potential 26.18, reducing your risk to something like that. I'm just going to go back to the 240. Or you could quite simply wait to see a, let me have a look. You could quite simply wait just to see a red candle as per the educational material. One thing I would say is we haven't quite hit the high of this trend line, so we could actually push a little higher here, guys, and wait a few more hours just for that extra confirmation we've held and put in a red candle. But that is certainly on the radar. One other thing I want to show you guys, I've told you the last 2 months have been really, really great trading for me. Let's just go on to the latest trade log. I've just updated that winning trade on the Aussie dollar for 64 pips. Just look at this, guys. Aussie dollar, flag pattern, 64 pips. Pound dollar, 137 pips. All have videos, all have proof. Pound Aussie, 373 pips. Pound yen, AB equals CD pattern, 61 pips. Guys, I'm in the big pound yen long on my main account, which is 500 pips up. I then had a pound Aussie flag pattern on the 29th of November. I got 120 pips up. We only hit the highs. We never got the 127 fib, and I stopped out for break even. I took a loss of 34. Aussie dollar CAD Gartley had an entry, 80 pip winner. Gartley, break even. A 79 pip winner, a 205 pip winner. That was the pound dollar. It keeps going, guys. Euro, Aussie, 169 pips. Where's my pound CAD 200 pip winning trade? Where the heck is that? Did I not put on the pound CAD 200 pip winning trade? I wonder if it was this pound dollar and I've named it incorrectly. Right, okay. So let me just go back and just show you the difference a couple of months make and how hard trading can be from simply being in the worst drawdown I've ever had since trading to simply coming out of it, and since the 1st of November, 681 pips. However, it is looking extremely likely that my big pound yen trade for 500 pips is going to go on and hit. That'll make for nearly 1,200 pips in 2 months. Where is my pound CAD trade though, guys? That is really it's bugging me, to be honest with you. It is bugging me because that was an additional 200 pips with the move and everything that's gone on. I wonder if I've not put it on. And just like the pound yen, the proof, the video is in my computer, which is now in storage because I don't actually have room for it here. A lot of you know that I'm here looking after 2 elderly family members. It's one of the main reasons I've come back. So regardless, without that proof, done very, very well. And you know, fingers crossed, guys, that we're going to get an entry here on the dollar yen because that doesn't really be affected by the vote. New Zealand CAD, wish me luck on that. That's worth 100 pips. We've had the breakout. We're heading in the right direction. And whether or not we get the pound yen, now not looking very good, we're actually breaking to the downside. I'm actually just going to take a second look at this because I was going to leave the trade. I just want a second look at it just to make sure that I'm not risking those 40 pips for no reason. I'm just going to delete this information off. As you can see, we failed to put in a new high up here. We're pushing significantly lower. However, a 26.18 trade could still kick in. So I need to be 21 pips below this level. 20 pips is going to be 33, so I need to be a little bit lower for that 26.18 trade. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it an hour and I'm going to monitor this trade, and if we don't see some type of structure hold or reversal, I'll exit the trade for probably 10 or 15, maybe 20 pips of loss. But I'm going to hold that trade a little longer, and I'm going to set myself an alert. So if I get down to this level, we're not slowing down, we don't have any RSI confirmation, we're not putting in rejection candles, I'm going to look at exiting. But again, as a reminder, guys, 143 psychological number coming in around the structure level. We could easily see this thing pull back and the next candle be a big bullish candle. Okay, so gonna hold it for now, guys. I hope your trading has been great. It was very disappointing for me during summer, very disappointing for a lot of you as well, but we stuck to the plan and I have been rewarded immensely. And that's just in the two months, guys. My trading really turned around there. So I'll do more of an update when we're a bit closer to Christmas and see how I actually finished for the year, because that 25% hit I took really had a detrimental effect. But I do believe and well over the 30% mark for the year, even with that ridiculous drawdown that I had. So I wish you all the best. For now, I'm going to minimize this and send this out to you as another quick hit review video.